are planning for an emergency together today. We're looking at an extended winter power outage and what we need to do in the pre-planning phase, the response phase, and then also the recovery phase.
Operation Plugged In is vitally important for the county as well as each of the participating municipalities. We're discussing, learning today about opportunities, improvements, and training opportunities, and building a better plan to be prepared.
Well, this is a really great opportunity for Environment Canada to meet a lot of the stakeholders involved at a whole variety of different levels, both within government and the private sector. My particular table today, a lot of folks from local utilities, also the Airport Authority. A chance for me also to renew acquaintances in the emergency management profession and to meet new people involved in that profession.
What we find in these types of exercises is there's a lot of commonality. For instance, our typical focus is on how we respond, but this makes us think about, are we prepared to respond? And everybody has the same preparedness checklists. Are our staff able to come in because their home is taken care of, they have their personal situation taken care of? Do we have contingencies for fuel? That's no different for us than it might be for any other agency, whether it be social services or hospitals that are trying to run on generator power.
Fire department, where is your emergency?
It is those relationships that we feel that in an emergency situation is what is going to help us to actually be able to respond and, more importantly, to recover back to normal operation. And the ability to be prepared for that and take it to that level is really what hospital emergency planning is all about.
Another important goal of today's conference is to trade ideas and take away best practices that some of the private industry is doing, and they're learning some stuff from us as well, the municipal governments and the electricity suppliers.
And I think it's in response and recovery really where places like churches can be really helpful, because churches are a place of fundamentally connection and community and compassion. And so when this happens, I think there's a sense of disorientation. People are kind of turning, what am I doing? What does this mean? And it's really kind of a place where people can come together and get a sense of that community, not only for information, but to make sure they're caring for each other. And also sometimes people want to be able to help. And so how can they help? And the churches are an avenue for people to do that.
I've made a lot of new contacts. I've finally met people that I've spoken to on the telephone for ages and ages, and I just haven't had an opportunity to meet. But some new contacts, some new phone numbers to call when there is an emergency situation, and I'm going back to work later today with a whole bunch of questions for the boss about how prepared we are in certain situations.
Well, it's amazing to see the coordination that's taking place among all of the service providers and how they have all of these things worked out in advance, so that if something does occur, there's no time wasted and the resources are deployed very effectively.